Make sure you get some of those 12-ounce curls.
Hello and welcome to the show. This week I'm going to be doing the unthinkable, or should I say the undrinkable. That's right, because this week I'm going to beat the bouncers in a beer drinking contest. Say his name and he appears. Quarantine with Joe Hendry. Quarantine with Joe Hendry. Wash your hands from side to side and say, I believe in my safety. Joe Hendry, the prestigious one. This show is all about competition, and on each episode I'm going to challenge a different member of the roster doing the thing that they do best. Because I'm Joe Hendry, I'm a competitor. But am I going to have the code of honor, or am I going to be a dirty cheater? That's right, I can choose to try and beat them legitimately, or I can cut a few corners, and if they manage to call me out correctly, they win the challenge. So the stakes are high. But let's take a look at this week's guests. We've got the Bouncers, aka Beer City Bruiser and Brian Malonis, and they're one of the baddest tag teams in the world. But trust me, they're just as talented at drinking as they are at beating people up and down the country. So if I'm going to stand a chance here, I'm going to need to get some tips. Let's have a word with them. I am sitting here, intimidated, excited, scared, all at the same time, because today we're going to have ourselves a little challenge. And today's champions, if you will, when it comes to drinking beer, are the Bouncers. Guys, how are you doing today?
Oh, fantastic.
Drunk.
Yep. How are you?
Like I say, I'm a little worried. I'm a little bit out of practice. But, you know, I feel I can do it. But before we get into the challenges, I want to talk to you guys about, tell me a little bit what it was like to start in Ring of Honor. What did that mean to you? What was it like? Let's start with you, Beer City Bruiser. Tell us about your early career in Ring of Honor.
Oh, it was awesome. In 2013, we lost my father-in-law. He passed away. And in his will, he had left the money set aside for me to do the tryout camp for Ring of Honor. And the only way I could use that money, because he believed in me so much, was to do the tryout camp. So it covered the flight, the cost of the tryout, hotel room, and car. And I remember telling my wife before I left, I don't just want to be a guy at a camp. I want to be the guy. And so in October of 2014, I did the tryout. And actually, after the 2 days, they told me I was going to be in the top prospect tournament. And in January of 2015, I ended up doing the top prospect tournament, going to the semifinals with Little Beer, Will Ferrara. And he's our adoptive little beer, we call him. And it was a lot of fun. And then they paired me with Silas Young, and he kind of taught me how it is to go from like the indies to a international company like Ring of Honor. And those early years, man, I put a lot of miles on in indie wrestling. But, man, once I got with Ring of Honor, I was all over the place. And it was real fun. Having a blast. I got to see us go from the little 300-400 crowds all the way up to the big 1,000, 2,000, all the way up to Madison Square Garden, which was a pinnacle of my career.
I started in 2017, very similar route to Bruiser. I did a tryout camp, had a good showing there, got invited to do the top prospect tournament, lost to Josh Woods in the semifinals in New York City. And but the rest is history. You know, got an opportunity to come in and team with Bruiser and Silas at first. So we're coming up here. It's been like 3 years. People saw us wrestle each other, and we joked. Literally that day, we joked like, "Man, we should just imagine if they just put us together. Imagine if we just became like a team."
We both said, "You know what? We got a good thing going. We're two of the largest guys in Ring of Honor, and we've just been going straight up to the stars ever since then."
Guys, that's an awesome story, but let's be honest. There's, that's not why we're here. Now the small talk is out of the way. I'm here to make a challenge. This is Joe's beer, because obviously for legal reasons we couldn't just buy any old beer from the supermarket. We had to brew our own. And I know some critics will say that these are simply just, supermarket beers with tape and Joe's beer written on them. But come on, we all brewed our own beer for this challenge, right?
It's Beer City Brew. That's what we're drinking.
Exactly.
I want to show you. I mean, look at this. You want to talk about branding? Look at that mug. Look at that mug.
Wow. How much can that hold?
4 beers fit in here.
4 beers. Wow. Okay.
Whenever you do a chugging contest, it's all about time.
Okay.
First person to chug wins. So the first thing you're actually going to need to do, Joe,
Yeah.
I know you're practice this and everything, is as you can see, Brian and I both have our beer goggles.
Okay.
What you're going to have to do is go get yourself some beer goggles.
It transpires I have lost those shades that I used to film a video the other day, but I do have a beer drinking hat. Will that do for now?
There you go. That's
okay.
Good. What the prop is for is to intimidate your opponent.
Do you feel intimidated?
That is quite intimidating. I do have to say that.
I think so.
The next thing to do, obviously, is you got to crack open a beer.
Well, just before we do that, I need to. I've got a little confession here, and that confession is I actually don't drink. So I have opted for non-alcoholic beers. Is that going to be acceptable, or is that just...
It's like, I think, you know what, we will accept non-alcoholic beer, and I think we'll accept root beer also, just because that's beer in the title.
Okay, yeah, so if you're watching this, and you shouldn't be drinking beer, or you don't want to, then root beer is acceptable as well.
Exactly. For all our little bouncer fans, ones that aren't of age yet to drink, root beer is the way to go.
Root beer, there you go. All right, talk me through it, guys.
The technique's simple. You bring the beer up to your lips, you throw your head back, and you just start chugging.
Open that, throw it up.
Yeah, and don't bring in a lot of air. You're going to burp. You got to toss it back, all right?
Okay.
And then the crush after. The crush
Yeah.
is
That's how you do it, baby.
That's good form there. Good.
That's way too proper.
Yeah, see, he's not just opening it up.
You're drinking it. You're not chugging it, Joe.
Yeah,
That's drinking it.
You're drinking it.
I'm full. It's one of those horrible beers.
Too much air.
Oh my God.
Oh, see, that would have been eliminated right away.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now that was impressive.
Yeah, see, you redeemed yourself with that belch at the end,
All right, have you got any last minute advice before I go into my training here?
When you're training, make sure you get some of those 12-ounce curls.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
I don't know how prestigious that is.
Make sure you get those 12-ounce curls.
I'm feeling confident, guys. All right.
Confident or buzz because you had a beer?
What's that?
Confident or buzz because you had a beer?
It's a non-alcoholic beer, but I'm feeling it. I'm still feeling it. I'll do this with integrity. I hope you can trust me on that.
We can trust you. You're a trustworthy guy. You haven't done us wrong yet.
Folks, this is just like pro wrestling. If I'm going to stand any chance here, I need to look the part, okay? So it's not wrestling gear I'm looking for. It's drinking gear, I guess. I'm doing some online shopping right now to find some beer t-shirts and accessories and stuff, and the choice is interesting to say the least. So let's go through some of my favorites right now. Big fan of this one. Beer Nights Time. Beer Nights Time and Beer Nights Time. Beer Nights Time. I don't know what that means. Is it beer nights time, or is it beer time nights? Is it beer time at night, or is it like beer nights time, as in like it's time to have a beer night, or it's beer time tonight? Next up, we've got I'm holding a beer, so yeah, I'm pretty busy. Also another interesting choice. But the one I want is the classic, I just want to drink beer and hang with my Welsh corgi. So a day's passed and I'm ready to get into my training, but unfortunately the shirts that I wanted couldn't get here this quickly, so I had to settle for the I Make Beer Disappear t-shirt, but I've also upgraded it with the Beer Belly bum bag, or as it's otherwise known, fanny pack, for our American viewers. Am I going to follow the code of honor, or am I going to cheat? I was nowhere close. I didn't even finish it. There's a little bit left in there. I'm going to try this technique where you basically exhale every bit of air that you've got in your lungs and then try and drink it, and that basically apparently helps you. Now, there's another technique called the Macaulay Culkin, apparently, which is when you're to do the face from Home Alone, and apparently that makes it easy. I'm not holding out hope. I don't know if I can do this legitimately. I can't. This is not looking good. Both bouncers were able to do to drink the entire can in under 7 seconds, which does not bode well for the prestigious one. The closest I could get was 10, and there's even some left in the can. I'm going to try one last time. I'm going to try and exhale. I'm going to try and do the Macaulay Culkin face. Apparently that helps, according to the YouTube tutorials. We're going to try one more time, okay? I finished that way sooner than I thought I did. This does not feel good. I will tell you that much. This does not feel good. Okay, folks, this will be the very last can that I chug before taking on the bouncers. I'm not made for this. I thought, I waltzed in. Like many things in life, I thought, I could do that. I go in and it's a lot more difficult than I ever envisioned it would be. You can do this. You can do this. I'm going to pass out here, Jesus. This was the first time I saw the light at the end of the tunnel. This was the fastest time I achieved. But will it be fast enough to beat the bouncers at their own game? You're about to find out. Before we get started on today's show, I just want to give a huge thank you to you, our ROH fan base, for your continued support and passion for all things Ring of Honor. Thank you for checking out this show today. We will do our very best to entertain you during these difficult times. The reason I'm able to sit here and make this content for you is because of the support that Ring of Honor is given to the staff and the roster at this time, which is just, an unbelievable gesture at this time. But Ring of Honor also wants to help the community as well. And the way that you can help them do that is by grabbing the ROH Strong t-shirt. Because not only are you going to get an awesome shirt, but also the money from that shirt goes towards the Salvation Army, who are working directly with communities who are dealing with the COVID-19 crisis. So if you grab that shirt today, I'm going to put up the link just now. If you grab that, that's one way that you can help do your bit and get an awesome shirt at the same time. So thank you. Hello and welcome back. This is the second day. This is it. This is the competition, guys. Are you ready?
We're ready.
We're always ready to chug beer.
So guys, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Excellent. Go for it. All right, I'm going to time you here. Okay, that's 8.5 seconds.
That's
It's a good time. It's a good time. All right, you ready? I started the moment it touched his lips there.
There you go.
9 seconds. Brian, have you been practicing last night?
Wow. How about that?
9.
Have you been practicing?
I've learned from the master.
I'm going to try here. So here we go. Nope. I tried to do the thing. Nope.
You didn't even get to the full beer?
What's that?
You didn't get to the full beer?
No, I did not. No, I did not.
Joe, you were on a good pace too. You were on a real good pace.
I know, man, I know. Do you know what it is? I took it too far. I tried to do the Macaulay Culkin thing, and that's what ruined me. The exhale thing was going great for me, and that's what ruined it, all right? Brian, you got 8 seconds, 0.49. Okay? That's including the crush.
1 second. 2 seconds. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh! Is that the whole beer? You're disqualified if you throw up.
What was the time, Bruiser?
6.34.
Woo.
Apparently the professional standard is 3 seconds. All right. Okay. Now comes the moment of truth. All right? You have to say, all right. I had 3 attempts there, and I took 2. Okay? You got to tell me. Now, here's the thing. You got to tell me, do you think I cheated? Or do you think that was legit? Do you think... Now, you got to be a unit here. You got to pick one or the other. You can't... One can go one way, one goes the other. Do you think I legitimately trained? Do you think I'm pedantic enough to train that all night and all day, watching YouTube tutorials to get that? Or do you think I'm a dirty cheater? And here's the consequences. Here's the consequences. If you wrongfully accuse me of cheating when I did it legit, you've then got to cut a big, amazing promo on how sorry you are. I'm going to put music to it. I'm going to release it on social media. It's going to be embarrassing, all right? But if you correctly identify the situation, so if you think I did it legit, you don't have to do all that, right? But if there was any cheating going on and you can correctly identify it, then you don't get the big L. You don't get the embarrassment. But wrongfully accuse me, you got to do that embarrassing promo. So do you think Joe Hendry is honest and hardworking or a dirty cheater? I'll let you confer for 30 seconds.
Brian, I don't think he did cheat.
I couldn't disagree more. He couldn't get through the first beer. The second one he does in 6.34. He's a dirty cheater.
You think he's a cheater?
I think he's a cheater.
I don't, because the way he was burping
I got
and stuff at the
a
end,
theory. I got a theory.
You know what? I'm going with you. If we have to do this promo, it's on you. But we're a tag team that said we have to be together. If you got a theory, I'm supporting your theory.
All right. We think you're a dirty cheater, Joe.
You're correct. All right, you're correct. But to win the game, you've got to tell me how I did it.
Hey, theory guy.
Yeah, my theory is you put another hole in the can.
Did you say another hole?
Yeah, like if you put a hole in the top of the can.
Did you say another hole? So you guys have been already putting holes in your cans.
You can put an it's called shotgunning a beer.
Oh wait a second. Did you guys put holes in your cans?
We did not.
You telling the truth now?
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
Okay, cool. Right. Brian, I'm sorry. I'm gutted to tell you that you are in fact correct. So this is a big fat failure for the prestigious one. Do you want me to tell you, I actually tried. I had a much more creative way of cheating with the first beer. So what I did was I froze the beer, right? Because the challenge was to get rid of all the liquid in the beer, right? But in the time it took me to set up and talk to you guys, so much of it had melted. And I was like, there's no ice left. There's no ice. So I knew I had to spit it out because my thinking was if I did this wild technique, it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. So I thought the best way to convince you would be to spew it up because my technique didn't work and then nail it the next time. And then I will tell you, I do think I sold you on the coffin though. That was all fake.
100%.
Wow.
Was it really?
It was. Yeah. It was.
Yeah, you sold us on that.
So there was honestly droplets in this can, right? There's almost nothing. Do you remember at the start when I was saying, oh, can you see me? Can you see me? Can you guys see me okay?
Barely. There's that big black light in front of you.
I deliberately obscured your view because beer was just pouring out here because it had melted so much. So, yeah, I need to get better at cheating or just become more talented, you know? So
exactly, yes.
I tried, guys. You know what? I want to give a huge shout out to the bouncers. They even with my dirty cheating, they've got a smile on their face. They have correctly identified my cheating ways. They are this week's winner. Not off to a good start. Bouncers, congratulations.
Yes. Because I've been in numerous situations in taverns and pubs and bars where someone has chugged a beer and had the same reaction you had and then spewed their lunch just all over the place. Or it's just pure foam or whatever. And the way you were holding your stomach and the way you had your hand up to your mouth, you sold me, Joe. Like, I was hook, line, and sinker. I thought that, okay, he chugged it wrong. I went down the wrong way. The Macaulay Culkin didn't work.
That is a legit technique. I did look that up on YouTube. I will say I did legitimately try, and I couldn't even get close. The closest I could get was 10 seconds. I couldn't shave anything off it. And by the time I'd got enough reps in me, it was like I felt ill. I felt like I was going to have to go to the hospital. You know what I mean? I thought there just got to a point where I was like, I give up. I can't do this. I'm going to have to cheat. You know.
That's what happens when you drink too much beer in a short amount of time.
That's it. Guys, that is the conclusion for this week's episode. You cannot and you will not out-drink the bouncers. It won't happen. Bouncers, where can we get you on social media?
I'm on Twitter at BCB Winchester, Instagram, Beer City Bruiser, Facebook, The Beer City Bruiser. Go ahead, Malonis.
Instagram, I'm Brian Malonis KP. On Twitter, at Brian Malonis. And on Facebook, facebook.com/Kingpin Malonis. And Joe, when we get back out there on the road, you can drink with us anytime, my
Excellent.
friend.
And I'll try it legit. I will get there. Give me time. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if I showed you guys this, but check out my beer drinking outfit. If we ever do a 6-man and I'm on your team, this is what I'm bringing. Check this out. Look at this.
I love it.
That's what I'm going to carry the beer in.
We got to get you one of those hats that are the cans on the side and the straws.
That's the one. Do you have any final messages for the Ring of Honor fan base, for Honor Club at this time?
Everybody, please stay safe out there. Keep watching Ring of Honor. We can't wait to get back out and performing live of some of the greatest fans in the world.
Yeah, we miss you guys. We'll see you soon. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
There you have it, folks. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much to the Bouncers for being awesome sports. This has been Ring of Honor, folks. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. And hopefully I'll do better next time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Joe.
So there you have it, folks. Crime doesn't pay. I tried to cut a few corners and it didn't work out for me. But out of interest, let's see actually how long does it take me to chug a beer now after my intense training, after this experience. Let's see what I've learned. Nowhere near. Holy smokes. Thank you for watching. That was a pitiful 12, 13 seconds, something like that. You can catch me on social media if you would ever want to do this after seeing me disgrace myself like this. You can catch me on Twitter and Instagram at Joe Hendry. You can even follow me on TikTok now at Joe Hendry1. Someone got Joe Hendry before me. Make sure you follow Ring of Honor at Ring of Honor and all the relevant social media. Join the Honor Club. And we want to say for everyone at Ring of Honor, please stay safe. Thank you so much for your continued support. We love you all, and our heart goes out to you guys, and thank you so much for all the support that you've given us, and we can't wait to get back and entertain you as soon as we can. Thank you, and be safe.